Yes, I understand that Mad Max is a sandbox style open world third person shooter game like Grand Theft Auto, and I will focus on the physics, fighting mechanics, the storyline, or the online multiplayer features. But Mad Max is a lack of something on all of these things. Physics are good, but not GTA good. The fighting mechanics are good, but not Batman good. The storyline are alright too, but its main story is incredibly short, and online multiplayer, it does not exist. If we judge Mad Max as a traditional third person style open world game, then it is quite mediocre. Not innovative enough to compete with the Evil Empire Grand Theft Auto, or its in house Just Cause series, but not awful enough to be remembered. Lack of online features sort of doesn't fit into today's marketing trends. Not to mention, it's a movie game, which generally gets a pretty bad rap. But I keep hearing good things about the game. Why? What is it about Mad Max that makes sense? To answer that, it is the environment, it's its world, its special brand of wasteland people, its movie history. The game is about the experience of being in the Mad Max world. And this goes to the movie as well. Original Mad Max movie wasn't really about the wasteland. It's about reckless biker gangs going around killing people, killing cops, killing Max's wife and child. So Max went mad and take revenge. The storyline isn't very interesting, and it's very slow until the end. But the movie didn't bore us. It's the environment that saved the day. Near the end of the world, where police didn't mean much anymore, the Mad Max 2 World Warrior, it's similar. The movie it's about the world became a wasteland and everyone fights for gasoline. Then Max is just trying to trade his driving skills for some gasoline and then got involved in the war between two parties. Again, storyline is kind of meh. Dry, chase, people die, and Max live. Some others live, end of story, but then every moment of the movie was a classic. Why? It's the freaking environment again. This world of wasteland, how people behaves, how people lives. This scene where Max eats a can of dog food, and you can just tell that probably is the best meal he had in some time. Mad Max 3 is also the same, but just with a different perspective of the world. But then again, it's all about the world that they are in. The recent Mad Max Fury Road movie is once again a very basic, not overly interesting storyline. But it's so exciting and fun because of its world. And all of these movies, even though Max was involved, but none of them are really about Max. First movie was very much got little to do with Max until the second half of the movie. Second movie is about the gasoline fight with Max, which is kind of there. Third movie, Max again was kind of there and happened to be getting involved with things. Where Fury Road, that Max was again just sort of there and the movie is about somebody else's affairs. It's no different in the Mad Max, the game. You are Max, you play as Max. But you play this game, you realize it isn't really about Max all that much. More than half the story is doing things for other people. All Max wanted is to get a VA for his car. However, he happened to be there in the middle of other people's businesses, so he got involved and got quite mad over what happened. As far as movie games go, this game spells that sentence all over. But then it is Mad Max, so this game is really just about you surviving in this particular wasteland. The environment and the graphics in this game is absolutely stunning. It is the best feature of the game. The lighting is amazing. The sandstorms is overwhelming. All the cars you can use and all the customizations you can put on your car. You need to eat to gain health. You need to drink to gain health. You need to find gasoline to refill your car or else you'll run out. It is all about the experience of being in the Mad Max world. I swear, after a little while into the game, I already forgot I'm supposed to be playing a Mad Max game. It is just me, the wasteland, and the stuff I encounter. So that's the selling point, and that is why you should pick up Mad Max the game, and that's all the reason you need to play Mad Max. Better yet, pick up Mad Max movies and then pick up Mad Max the game, and have a marathon with it because it is great that way. But this also means the game's main story is pretty short. I did not time it, but a couple of long plays should probably finish the whole main story of the game. The game is made by Avalanche, so I'm expecting it to be like Just Cause, but the Wasteland version of it. But Mad Max is not like Just Cause. There are some things that doesn't have much point to it. For example, Max cannot climb on all surfaces. There's only dedicated spots where Max can climb, like ladders or any of those places that mark it yellow. But they include this pathetic jump that you can do. That couldn't get me out of the tight places or climb anything. I don't understand it. The fighting mechanics is nothing to complain about really, but I really felt that it isn't delivering enough. And the way the game is delivered in general felt a bit dated. For example, if you start a side mission after the main mission related to it is already completed, the characters still speak as the main story hasn't happened yet. Which today's gaming industry, this sort of thing should have been solved by more interactive ways, either by side mission getting blacked out completely, or perhaps the alternate dialogue. Overall, Mad Max the video game, it's a great game. Although I think it doesn't really deserve the full AAA price tag, but it is on PC. So when you find a reasonable price on this game, it's totally worth everything.
We'll do it under cover of darkness.
Shooter! Metallic totems, scarecrows, still haunt here.